Hi, today I'm going to explain how a basic transaction works in TLM based on this example. In the beginning, we have the initiator.h header file. This header file includes the struct initiator, which inherits from SC module class. This module has a socket which will help it communicate with other modules. Then we have a constructor which has a thread, SC thread. Now let's look at the thread function. First of all, we generate a transaction pointer of the type generic payload. This is one kind of transaction that is predefined in TLM. Then we have a loop. For each iteration of this loop, we will generate one transaction. The transaction has many attributes like set command, set address, data pointer, data length, etc. These are to tell the properties of the transaction, which will be shared between the initiator and the target. The type of command will be either read or write. Then we, on the socket class, we call its member function, the socket pointer object, we call the member function btransport, to which we give the transaction that we created with these parameters, and also we give it a delay. Moving on to the next file, which is the target.h header file. This header file includes the struct for the target. In this case, the target is a memory, which also has a socket because it needs to receive transactions from the initiator. In its constructor, we have initialized the memory size in a for loop. The memory is a array of size 256. It's defined here. Um, Also, we can see there is a register b transport function which is initializing the socket. So b transport, we have a virtual definition of the function b transport, which means we are adding to its functionality here, which means that the b transport function that we saw in the previous file will get its definition from this file, the definition that we are seeing now. In this definition of b transport, we are adding get command, get address, get data pointer. So the parameters that we defined in the initiator file, we need to get those parameters here. Hence we are writing these commands. And moving on to the top module, the top.h header file contains the top module. The purpose of the top module is just to initialize the initiator and the target, in this case is a memory, and do a socket binding between both of those. So the socket of the initiator will be bound to the memory socket. Finally, we have a test bench file. You can also call this a main file, main.cpp. This contains the main functions or the sc main function. In case of system C, we use sc main and sc start to start the system simulation. Now I will build this project. After launching the project, we can see there are many reads and writes. with the delay value and the memory contents. So if we begin at the starting, this is for each iteration of the for loop inside the initiator module. These are transactions. This one was read, and this one was write. This is selected randomly in the code, and for each read and write we can see the correct value has been mapped, because read is AAA and write is FF, which was the value we selected during the initiator file in the initiator file. Thank you.